Hello, everybody, and welcome to day 7 of the New Year, New You challenge. So, how are we all doing? Yeah, wow, this week has flown. It's flown by, and we've had so many successes already, which is fantastic. So, a big shout out to everybody that's got involved, have had really good successes. They've completely changed things already, and that's just in one week. So, imagine if you carry this on. Oh my God, how amazing would your life be after that? So well done. Give yourself a round of applause. Pat yourself on the back. Go and do it now. You've got 5 seconds to do it. Yay, let's celebrate. Okay, so quick review of the week. And yes, we started by doing a lot of mindset and goal setting. So first of all, you've got to know why you want to lose weight, get healthy, have more energy. There's no point saying, "Oh yeah, Chris, it's because everyone else is doing it," or "I think I should because I ate too much at Christmas," or "my wife's nagging me to do it," or "my kids are saying, you look, yeah." It's not like that. It's got to be mindset as to, yeah, I want to do this because want to have more energy to play with my kids, or I want to have more energy at work. I want to spend more quality time with my partner. I want to have more energy when I'm, like if I walk into a room in the office and I'm like, wow, look at you, look amazing. Imagine what that would do for your confidence. Imagine running up the stairs and you're not out of breath. Yeah, run for the train or the bus, not out of breath. Wouldn't that be amazing? You go for walks. You join new groups and you do exercise that you didn't used to be able to do. Wouldn't that be amazing? You live longer so that you avoid horrible and nasty diseases like heart disease or diabetes, cancer, things like that. And you live longer so that you can see your kids grow up and they have their kids and you've got the energy to play with them. Wouldn't that be amazing? So yeah, you've made a really good start. So we've talked about loads of different things. So we talked about mindset. We certainly talked about accountability by having an accountability partner. Like literally everyone in the group who has done so much better because they've had someone else to help them. They're spurring each other on. They've got each other's back. They try new things together. So that's really really good. So I'm glad that you've all done that. And yeah, we've seen some people lost like £3 in a week, which is amazing. So well done to you. I'm really, really proud of you. And yeah, it's great to see new people as well. Anyway, so we talked about the accountability, goal setting, and then knowing why you want to do it, but setting a smart goal. So it's no point saying I just want to lose weight. It's like, no, I want to lose £10 in 6 weeks or 10 weeks, depending on how heavy you are to start with. I want to have more energy so that I want to have jump out of bed in the morning. Yeah, these are really good goals. I don't want to be out of breath every time I run upstairs, or I want to be able to play football with my kids in the park for like half an hour rather than 2 minutes and then having to collapse. And I want them to be really proud of me. I want to fit into my old clothes. I've been sitting in the wardrobe for years, and finally I can fit in them. Yeah, wouldn't that be amazing? So see what I've done there? And what I do with my clients is I find 5 things for them to have to remind them of why they're doing it. So for some people, it might be a dress that they want to fit into for a wedding or an event. So they hang it up in their bedroom. So they see it every day, every morning when they wake up. They go, "There's that dress. Am I getting closer to fitting into it?" Or it could be, guys, a suit that you used to fit into, and you can't, but you really like it, and I'm going to fit into that. It could be a picture of yourself when you were younger or slimmer, and you're like, "Oh, I wish I looked like that again." Put that on your fridge door, yeah, or put it on your phone, or your phone screen. Put a message on there saying you can do this. You are a healthy person. Yeah, it could be anything like that. It could be a piece of music that every time you hear it every day, you're like, "Wow, that's why I'm doing this." So for me, it's like Hadaway's life. That is my what I call peak state in the morning. As soon as that comes on in the morning, right, jump out of bed, jump in the shower, drink cold water, let's go. Yeah. So all these sort of things can spur you on and remind you of why you're doing it. And it's so important to have your friends and family and colleagues on board as well, because you don't want to be doing really, really well during the week and then suddenly someone gives you a pizza or brings cakes into work and things like that, and then derails you off your plan. So there you go. And then we've also talked about other things like how we look at food. So when you see a piece of candy or chocolate, how do you look at it? What emotions does it bring up? Where you look at a piece of fruit, you're probably thinking, I know that's good for me, but it's not really giving me any emotions. Whereas for me, if I see a nice fresh kiwi or blueberries, so it has the same effect on me. I'm like, wow, I really want that. And I know how good it is for me, and I know it'll give me energy, and it won't make me overweight, and it won't give me that blood sugar level roller coaster. So it's just the way you change it. And when you do have a candy or a sweet or some chocolate, yeah, it's okay to have one piece. But if you're going back and having two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 pieces, I've heard of, like, why do you need eight? Do you really need eight? What was wrong with one? Or could you actually like not have the first one because you know that one is going to lead to eight? I mean, if I have an egg, I don't suddenly go, oh, I need to have 8 eggs or 8 kiwis. I don't need to. But when you see candy, you like, or chocolate, you're like, oh yeah, you've got to have some more because it might have made you happy for 2 minutes, and then you have eight, and then you're like, oh, that's going on my hips, on my bum, on my belly. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to like if you work out how many calories are in something like a chocolate bar, say 250 calories, 300. That's like an hour walking at quite a fast pace. Is like a chocolate bar worth like a whole hour of walking fast? Yeah, if you do one of my spin classes, you might burn 450 calories, sweat buckets, be like feel amazing but absolutely shattered, and that's like 1.5 chocolate bars. Is it worth it? Nope. But if you had the same in eggs or meat or like good quality meat or vegetables, you could eat loads more. Anyway, so we also talked about like keeping hydrated. So rather than having coffee to keep you awake, cold water would be far better for you because it hydrates you, keeps the brain going, it gives you energy, it stokes the metabolism. Whereas coffee is going to dehydrate you, and you're going to get an initial spike for a couple of minutes, but then you're going to feel tired again. So we talked about what we tell ourselves. So when you wake up in the morning, do not say to yourself, I must have a coffee to wake up. No, don't use the word I must. Yeah, if you really want a coffee because you like the taste and it's nice, have one. But don't say to you don't let yourself think I must have a coffee to wake up. Yeah. So like I must not take drugs. I must not kill somebody. Yeah. But oh, I shouldn't have a coffee. I shouldn't have 8 pieces of candy. Yeah. I shouldn't have that donut that's looking at me. I shouldn't have a pizza for dinner. Yeah. But you'd be like, but I must not take drugs. You see what I mean? So it's like how we say things. It's like, wow, diets have failed before, so why is this one gonna like work this time? Who's that Chris bloke saying it's gonna work? I know it won't because I've tried loads of diets before and they never work. No, tell yourself you're gonna do it this time. I will succeed. I will change my health for the better. I will see my grandkids grow up. Yeah, how amazing would that be? So just say how you tell yourself things like, I will eat healthily today. I will do exercise. I will have more energy. Yeah. When you get home from work and you're often tired because you're saying to yourself, oh, I feel really tired. I mean, you're telling yourself you feel really tired. You might not actually be that tired. You've been sitting at a desk for 8 hours. You go home and go, oh, I'm so tired. It's like, are you really tired? You sat at your desk. You haven't probably moved for 8 hours and you're really that tired. Have you just run a 10-mile run? No. You've sat down all day, but we're telling ourselves that we're tired because of that. Yeah. See what I mean? And like just keeping moving. We talked about movement as well, and like just getting your body to move. Like I'm talking to you now, and I'm standing up. It's probably annoying you because I'm like moving around all the time, but my body is moving. Yeah, it feels so much better. If I sat down, I'd be like, yeah, my name is Chris, and we're going to do a challenge. We're standing up. I can move my arms, and yeah, whoop, nearly knocked the light over. I can just do some squats, moving my legs. I'm feeling like suddenly feel really, really alive, really, really awake. So try that when you're really tired in the morning. Drink some nice cold water. That's good. Move your arms around a bit. Do a few squats. Yeah, jog on the spot. I've got a little trampoline in here, which sometimes I'll just go on for 5 minutes just to like wake you up again. You've got like back-to-back zooms. So wow, I hope you enjoyed that bit. Okay, so we often, as parents, we have this real issue with time because the older we get, we tend to find that there's less hours in the day. Yeah, do you ever think that? So I'm sure when I was younger, I had more hours in the day. Did we really? So we all have 24 hours in a day. I have 24 hours. You have 24 hours. The Queen has 24 hours. Yeah, like Richard Branson has 24 hours a day. Tony Robbins has 24 hours a day. But how do you use those 24 hours? Do you use it to its best? Yeah. So you're watching this video, which is good, but like you could be doing something different. You could be watching Netflix for 2-3 hours. Hands up, how many people do that? I've seen some really worrying statistics that in like the developed world, like UK and America, people are like spending 6 or 7 hours a day watching telly and also on social media. That's like a third of your day just doing that. Yeah. And if I'm only doing like an hour of that a day, somebody else is having way more than 7 hours, aren't they? They're having my share. So it's like, well, they didn't used to do that in the olden days, did they? Yeah, cavemen didn't do that. Our ancestors, my grandparents wouldn't have done that. So having interested, that's like interesting to think about. Like, wow, I think I'm really busy, but am I really that busy? Could I make some changes in my health now for the better? Yeah. Isn't it worth investing half an hour a day to do something better? Then you get that hour back. Yeah. So I've got one client who is amazed because he's gained 1 to 2 hours extra every day. So he's still got 24 hours like us, but he's getting up an hour earlier because he's slept better, his stress has gone down, he's eating and drinking like more water, so he's much healthier. So then he's like, well, actually, I get a really good night's sleep. Jump out of bed in the morning. I do like my hour of power, as he calls it, which is really cool. I love that hour of power. And then he does his other stuff, and he's like wide awake, and he's like going through meetings. He's not craving sweet things anymore. And he's just like at night, he's like, I don't want to watch Netflix and sit in front of the telly all night. And I don't like order pizzas anymore like I used to. I like doing all these things, and I like all these things that I've never used to be able to do. So just think, how amazing would that be to do? Good, isn't it? And like as parents, we have so much pressure on us. Yeah, so many things coming like, got to do this, got to do that. Kids need taking this, got to be cooking for them. They need taking here, got to take them to school, got to do this, and this. And it's like, where's my time? Where's me time? I'm like up here, I'm looking after them. How can I do that if I'm tired all the time? If I've got no energy to look after them, yeah, what sort of role model am I? And like, how can I have more energy to look after them? Because they need us. If I pop my clogs tomorrow, what's my son going to do? Yeah, it's you've got to think about these, and you've got to be selfish. You've got to say to them, look, guys, mummy, daddy needs to have time to have like do a bit of exercise or have mindset time or do meditations or a bit of yoga or go for a walk with friends or go swimming or play badminton or join a gym or things like that, because that like gives you more energy. They'll appreciate it because they'll probably think, oh, actually, you know, peace and quiet. But also, like, yeah, wouldn't it be better if mum or dad had more energy, like more vibrancy and things? It's actually better for them. Yeah. If you're like snappy and irritable all night and you've got no energy and you're just like, oh, whereas if you're like, yeah, let's do this tonight, let's play this, I'll be like, wow, that is amazing. So when I was like overweight, had no energy, my son used to get really frustrated. He's like, Daddy, can we go and play football? I'm like, oh, okay, I'm knackered after two minutes. Whereas now I've got more energy than him, which actually annoys him, but let's not tell him. But do you see what I mean? Like by having more energy, it's amazing what you can get done in a day. So we talked about that. We talked about like what the type of foods that you can eat. I'm not told anyone what to eat. I've not said eat salad, eat dust, drink water all day. Eat a tomato, cucumber. It's not about that. You can make your own decisions. It's more about your brain knows it. So 2/3 of the developed population, say America and UK, are either overweight or obese. 2/3 of the adult population. That is shocking, isn't it? That's scary. But we're all intelligent. We all know how we got overweight or obese. Yeah, I know everyone's got excuses like I'm big boned or it's my thyroid or it's this or it's that or it's my genes or it is. These are factors, but it's also what we eat and how much exercise we do. So it's calories in versus calories out. And I get this all the time. Everyone's got excuses. I used to have excuses. I actually remember all the excuses I used to tell people at work as to why I was overweight. And now I'm thinking, oh, it's so embarrassing. Because now people say that to me and I go, aha, have you thought about this, and this? And it's scary, isn't it? So we're all intelligent, we know what to do, but we haven't got the mindset, the motivation, the power to lose weight or get healthy. And we're just like, oh, it's okay because I'll lose weight next year, or I'm never going to get diabetes. It'll never happen to me. Yeah, like cancer, I don't know what the statistics are, but it's like 1 in 2, 1 in 3 people will get it. And diabetes is really high as well, and heart disease. And all these things like we all know it goes on. We've probably seen it in the family before, but everyone thinks it won't happen to me or it'll happen in 20 years' time. And then it doesn't. And you hear of so many people that die in their 50s, 60s. You think that's such a waste that they never got to retire, they never got to spend time with their grandkids and things. And it's just about, well, if I make some decisions and choices now, then I can try and prevent that. I mean, something else might happen, but the chances are, statistically, you probably live longer if you live healthier. Yeah. I remember I had one client who said to me, "Oh, Chris, don't know why you go to the gym all the time. I know loads of people that have died going to the gym." I'm like, really? I've like gone to the gym for years. I didn't never heard of anyone dying in the gym. I mean, yeah. I said, who do you know that goes to the gym that died? Oh well, I don't know. You just hear about it, don't you? I said, do you really? I'm like, I've asked people at the gym. No one's ever heard of anyone dying in the gym. Possibly it might happen, but how many more people have died of diabetes and cancer and heart disease, heart attacks? Probably a lot more. But it's just that mindset. And then when he did actually join a gym and he used to do spin classes, he's lost like 4 stone, which is amazing. And now he's like, oh, we should have done it when I was younger. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. Just because things we tell ourselves. So I'm really going to talk about that today because it's the end of this week. And a lot of people are still making excuses up. So I write down all the excuses I used to use and all the excuses that I give my clients or prospective clients or people that they need help, but then they're like, well, I'm not going to pay for it. I'll just get a leaflet. So I once came across a plumber, and for some reason he thought I was working for the NHS in the UK. So he had a 45-minute phone call and got to the bottom of his issues. He's a plumber. He couldn't even bend down to get underneath a sink to do that. So it's affecting his livelihood. He was out of breath. He was like so overweight he couldn't fit in a seat on a plane anymore. His girlfriend was having a go at him all the time. He's just like, I just feel rubbish. And then at the end he went, well, actually, no, I thought you were NHS. I don't want to pay for anything. I'll just get a leaflet from the doctors. Do you think he's going to do that? With what leaflet is he going to get? Is that really going to help him? He's like, he can't even work at his job. He's a plumber. That's all he's ever done. Another year or so, how's he going to do plumbing? In his mind, it's like, wow, it'll happen another day, or I'll just get a leaflet from the doctor. Yeah, good luck on that one. But it's what we put into it. Yeah. So the excuses that we use are in our heads, and are they actually real? I mean, I'm not having a go at anyone. These are excuses I have used. So I'm coming clean on these. Like 5 years ago, I had every excuse in the book. And I was like, yeah, I don't understand why I'm overweight or got no energy or my cholesterol levels are too high or my BMI is too high or my blood sugar levels are too high. It must be a mistake or it's not my fault. It's somebody else's fault. It's my fault. And I had to change that. And like when my son's like bouncing on my stomach thinking it's hilarious or going, Daddy, you've got moobs or like, oh, why can't you play with me? And I'm like, yeah, that's not good, is it? And you can't really make excuses anymore then, can you? Okay, so I've got some really good excuses here. And then also what I do with my clients is we've come together, like we've got this really good system. So every time we have an excuse, we write it down and work through it and find a solution. And because I've been doing this so long now, I've actually got loads of guides, handouts, worksheets, programs that we do for each of these. So I'll give you a clue. So something that comes up all the time is I don't know what healthy food to buy in a shop. Okay. So we all know roughly fruit and veg are healthy and certain meats and things like that, nuts, seeds, all that. But like if you went to a shop and you weren't used to it, where would you start to look? What products do you want? What's the difference between this, and this? Like, what does broccoli look like? A courgette or an aubergine or a kiwi fruit? You don't know. It's quite daunting to start with. So we do a guide on it. We do like a checklist. We do a shopping guide or shopping list of all the key foods that you have. And then we like look at pictures of them, work out what you do with them. So the next thing is, oh, Chris Bar, what would I do with some broccoli or sprouts? What do you do with it? Okay, so we'll do a guide on that. We'll spend some time working out how you cook it. Yeah. And then you're like, it's disgusting. Certain foods are not best, like broccoli and sprouts. I used to absolutely hate, whereas now, I love sprouts. But it's like, well, if you really hate something that much, don't have it or put a sauce on it or something healthy to go with it, you might even try it. And then if you do, so I did this experiment with my son. He went, Daddy, I'm not eating broccoli. So I said, okay, time me how long it takes me to eat that broccoli. So 20 seconds, 30 seconds. And I ate it, swallowed it, gone. Yeah, it might have tasted a bit weird. And it's like, that's 30 seconds out of my day, out of 24 hours. That's something like 0.007% of my day is eating that piece of broccoli. Why is that? That makes me live longer. Yeah. Isn't that better to that 0.00 whatever percentage? So just have a think about that. But then, so another excuse that comes up a lot is, oh yeah, healthy eating is too expensive. I can't afford to change it. I'm like, really? Okay. So it's certain foods, really healthy foods. If you go to a health shop, you're probably paying loads. If you go to like a farm shop and they've got like proper, home stuff like from their farm, then it might be a bit more expensive, but that it hasn't been messed around with. There's no processing going on there. It is literally from 50 meters from that farm shop. So you know that it's been looked after, it hasn't had loads of chemicals put in, it hasn't been messed around with. So you might pay a bit more for that quality meat, but it's locally killed and it's really good quality. And you know where it's come from. So, and often like some vegetables are really expensive, but just have to buy the most expensive ones. So again, I've worked it out, and like say people go, oh no, it's too expensive to eat healthily. Yeah, they'll buy loads of either takeaways or processed foods like ready meals. Ready meals cost a fortune. You're buying for a family of four ready meals at £3 each. That's 12 quid. You could cook a meal for four of you for like £5-6. So it's not even half the price, and it's so much better for you. And if you eat like processed food and ready meals, you're going to be hungry again soon, aren't you? So really, it's actually a lot cheaper to eat healthy foods. So that's another excuse. Another one, the kids won't like it. Yeah, it's true. Kids were a nightmare. We were kids once. We were like, ugh, that was disgusting. Although, to be fair, and in the days when we were younger, our parents were like, you eat that. Yeah. Whereas now it's like, oh, okay, if you don't want to eat it, don't eat it. Because things have changed as generations have gone past. And when after the war, there was a food shortage. You ate what you could get. Whereas now you can eat anything. One, it's so cheap, like nasty processed food. You go to McDonald's or anything like that. Yeah, some of the burgers or chips or fries are like £1, £2. But then you're hungry after like half an hour, and it's just processed nasty stuff that's not going to do you any good. So if you spend that £2 on something more healthy, you're getting better quality, aren't you? Better value. Anyway, other excuses I've got. So, the kids. So the kids like won't eat healthy foods. Okay, so I don't want to spend my time cooking 2 meals or 3 meals. But actually, if you do that, you might find that your kids will like, wow, look, mum and dad's eating all this healthy food. I might try that. Or it doesn't look so bad. So in some ways, sometimes you're not actually double cooking. So again, don't use that one as an excuse because you don't really want to have spending all that time cooking 3 times. But if you get the kids involved, they might actually enjoy cooking healthily or joining in with you. Yeah, you could say, like, let's all cook together tonight and teach them how to do it. So again, another one to use. Another great one when you go on holiday. So when you go on holiday, you are normally staying in a hotel, so you can't cook anything yourself. And if it's all you can eat hotel, you're going to probably pig out on all sorts of things that you wouldn't normally have at home. So you're actually going to like gain loads of weight. Whereas actually, you could actually find that there's really good quality food, local food. So if you go to like say Greece, they have the most amazing salads, really good meats there as well, and like fruit and vegetable and things like that, and olives and all these amazing things. And like fish as well, they're surrounded by the sea, it's got lovely fish. So sometimes you can actually go on holiday and eat better than you do at home. And obviously it's going to be cooked better as well. When you stay in a hotel, okay, so a lot of people often stay in hotels. And again, you only got a few things in your room, like, how to eat healthily. So again, I've done a guide and worksheets on that, and we go through how you cope when you go always in hotels. If you're always on the road and you're driving around, I've got another checklist where you've got, actually plan ahead and you can still eat healthy when you're in the car all day, or staying in hotels. You just need to just plan ahead a bit more. Prepping is another one. So I often say to people, prep on a Sunday night. So that Sunday night when you traditionally just sit down and watch the telly, actually, if you just spend an hour or so preparing for the rest of the week, you're gaining so much time because you've already prepared or planned your meals for the rest of the week. So you're not going to eat unhealthy snacks and things or grab things from the shop because you've forgotten, because it's all planned out. All the kids' lunches are done, all the breakfasts are all done, or your evening meals are planned. You might use Tupperware boxes and got everything ready. So yeah, just that hour of power on a Sunday night can make all the difference. And again, got a guide on that one. Eating out at restaurants. Oh, another one that could potential minefield. So again, done a download spreadsheet for that one because it going out for a meal, you think, oh, I'm going out, so I've got to eat unhealthy. You don't have to always eat chips or fries or unhealthy things. You can get like if you go to Nando's, you can get like loads of chicken. Chicken's good for you. You can have like really nice salads or vegetables, and you can have like the healthier options. So you can actually survive, go out and still eat quite healthily. Just be careful what you do, like starters, the bread that goes with it, and the desserts. So don't let that again put you off your health mission. Again, done an eating out guide for that one. Like people say, oh, what Chris, what are vitamins and what are nutrients and what are macros? Because when you learn to be a nutritionist consultant, you have to learn all these things, and it is mind blowing. Like essays you have to write, but you have to write essays based on a family of four. So you're like, wow, okay, so how do they do it? How can a family of four eat healthily? And so you're trained into how to help these people and what to suggest. And often people don't know what vitamins are. So everyone knows what vitamin C is, don't they? So vitamin C you get in fruits. Everybody knows that, and everybody knows that to like get rid of a cold or to help your immune system, you have vitamin C. So at least we know that one. But did you know that vitamin D, which comes either from the sun or from fish or from mushrooms, that really helps your immune system as well. It helps your skin, it helps your mental health and being happy. So do you see what I mean? There's all these things that people don't know. So what do as a health coaches? We do a guide on it, right? Yeah. You haven't got hours and hours and hours to spend learning about what does this vitamin do or what does that macro do, this micro. Yeah. So we like help people do that. And then again, it's not an excuse. Okay, another excuse, the office. Oh my God, do you remember the days when everyone was in an office? And there's always seemed to be somebody that has a birthday or a wedding or some sort of celebration. So what happens? They bring a cake in, they bring donuts in, they bring samosas in. And that's like, oh no. And then you've got that potential that we used to call it in the office in the old days. They'd have like the cupboard of doom. So there was a cupboard where people just put unhealthy things every day. Like, oh, it's my birthday, or it's Monday and everyone's depressed because it's the end of the weekend's just gone. So let's have cakes or donuts. And then you're walking past it all day. And if you're walking past it all day, it's unhealthy. What happens? Every time you go past, you have a biscuit or you have a cake or a donut. And then you're like, oh no, I've just had three. That's not good at all. Whereas you wouldn't have had that if if you got your lunch that you've pre-prepared, you wouldn't have done that. But because you see it, I used to work with two guys years ago, and they'd eat loads every day. So why did you eat so many things when you've already got your lunch? And they went, well, because it's there, because it's free. And I'm like, okay. But then it's going on your hips, it's going on your belly. Are you ever going to get rid of that? And sometimes we have to say to ourselves, oh no, the office is, just say no. And I used to really annoy former colleagues years ago. When it's my birthday, I used to take in loads of fruit. And they'd go, oh, Chris, why are you being so boring bringing fruit? But they'd all eat it because they're like, oh, actually, it's really nice. And just like having a big bowl of fruit in the office actually created a really good sensation because people are like, oh, yeah, I wouldn't normally have that piece of fruit. And they're having a fruit instead of a cake. So even though they thought I was really boring and annoying by doing that, they still eat the fruit, and then they weren't like gaining like thousands of extra calories by having 3 or 4 donuts and pieces of cake. So again, got a hand out on that one. So do you see what I mean? Like there's ways around every excuse. Okay, so we've got another excuse. So what to do when the scales don't change, guide. This is a good one because often people use weight as the sole thing about their health. And they go, oh no, I haven't lost 3 pounds, I haven't lost 2 pounds this week. But often you can lose, you might not have lost weight, but your clothes feel lighter. Yeah. Or your skin feels better. Or if you wear glasses, they feel a bit looser. Yeah. Your watch fits slightly different. Or you're like, oh, that feels different. And sometimes people like beat themselves up and go, oh, I haven't lost 2 pounds this week. But actually, I have actually done really, really well this week, and I feel so much better. And I'm like really proud of myself for doing that. So at the moment it's January, so people doing dry January, and got one person who said they're doing dry January, and they said, "Oh, but I haven't lost any weight yet." I mean, well, yeah, it'll take a while for it to come off, but and they said, "But actually, I feel amazing. My skin is amazing. I've got loads of extra energy. I'm not tired. I don't have the morning after where you just feel groggy. So actually, I feel really amazing. And the weight will come off eventually. It just takes a while. But obviously, with the alcohol, that's really good for them. So like, I wish I'd done this before. Yeah. So you see, so sometimes the scales are not always the best way. Same with BMI. My BMI is quite high, but obviously I teach classes in the gym for a hobby, so I need to have extra muscle. So my BMI is going to be higher than somebody who doesn't necessarily have any muscle weight. So sometimes the BMI guy can be bad as well. So with the scales, BMI, things like that, you just have to be careful. But often it's how you feel. Yeah. I mean, if I said to you, which would you rather have? Lose £5 or jump out of bed in the morning with so much extra energy and feel great and your skin feel great? Pretty sure most people would go for the second one, but obviously everyone's different. Okay, next one. Exercise, another one. So everybody says, oh, exercise is really expensive. So I did an experiment the other day, compared how much it would cost to go to the cinema, a family of four, or how much it would cost to go for a walk and just buy the kit, like your walking boots, your trousers, your coat, which probably lasts 5 years, and you work it out, the exercise is cheaper. And the same with the gym. I mean, gyms can be really expensive. Some of the ones I like work out, help out, are quite cheap, but you get the same equipment as the £100 a month ones, but they've got, I don't know, jacuzzis, saunas, swimming pools. Do you actually ever use those? And sometimes it's like, well, what do I want to get out of the gym? The price shouldn't put you off if you know that it's going to be good for you. So again, and like when I taught spin tonight, most of the people in my class, parents of different ages, but they're all most of them being parents or are parents, and I actually like absolutely love it because it's all the music from when we're a bit younger. They love the music. They love like the workout. They love escaping from the kids. Yeah, and they feel great at the end and they're sweaty. They say, "Oh, Chris, I love that. Oh, I've got to go back to the kids now." But it's great, and they like make an effort to go out because they know they've got an hour away from the kids. They're going to sweat. They're going to listen to great music. They've got the motivation and the atmosphere. They've got all their new friends there that they didn't know before. Yeah, so sometimes it's the way we look at exercise and think, well, actually, exercise could be really, really good. But just don't think that it's sweating it out and spending hours in the gym. So most of my clients do not want to go to the gym, which is fair enough. So you find ways of doing it when you've got a family and you haven't got hours to go to the gym. So if you've got a young family, it's really difficult to escape. So again, we've got a guide for how to avoid having to go to the gym if you really haven't got the time to do it. So just get my breath back. So another guide I've done, how to crush cravings and feel happier guide. So again, cravings are one of the worst things that we get. Yeah, I mean, I get cravings for blueberries, which is not as bad, but sometimes I get cravings to go for a walk if it's sunny, or you get cravings for like a really cold glass of water, when it's hot and you're in a garden. Yeah, like cravings, everyone thinks that the word craving is something bad. And it can be if you're craving chocolate or you're craving candy or cakes or pizza. Yeah, when you go past a fast food restaurant and you smell it, you're like, oh, that smells really nice. Yeah. I had to teach body pump last night where there's a pub underneath and you can smell chips. And it's like, oh, no, that's just really bad. You're exercising and doing loads of good things. And you can smell chips, hot chips downstairs or pizza. And like we always make a joke of it and say, is that going to put us off? No, we are the Monday Night Warriors. Yeah, and we've got a bicep track. It's called the Beast, and we just go, we're beasts. Yeah, and you've got that camaraderie. It's like, no, we will not go downstairs and eat fries and chips or pizza in the pub. We are going to do exercise instead and have far more fun. So it's just the way we tell ourselves, like, don't see exercise as being spending 10 hours in the gym. Exercise can be anything. Like exercise, I'm just doing some squats now. That is exercise. Yeah, jumping down on the spot, going up and down the stairs, that's exercise. It's not costing me anything. It's not like spending hours in the gym. So do you see what I mean? It's just how we tell ourselves that, we're saying a certain word and it's like, oh my God, it's the exercise word. Or, oh my God, it's the cravings word. But don't do that. It's just tell yourself, no, it's a good thing I'm on my health mission. I'm going to do this. Yeah. I am, as we say, I am a beast. I'm going to do this. Yeah. So hopefully those will be good. So I've got so many guides like how to build the perfect meal, beginner's food tracking guide, eating out restaurant guide, the macronutrient cheat sheets tells you about what they all are, ultimate meal prep guide, the 7-step guide to healthy eating, how to crush crave, all these sort of things. So that for every time there's an excuse, there's a solution, there's a challenge. Yeah. Isn't it better to have a challenge or a solution for something rather than let us derail our health goals? So I hope you found that bit useful, because so many, I keep saying 97% of diets fail. So we're going to be those 3% that really succeed. And in order to do that, you've got to have the mindset and think, I'm going to be one of the top 3% in the developed world. I'm going to lose weight, keep it off, smash my health goals, and lead a better life. Yeah, because at the end of the day, we want to live longer, we want to have more energy. Yeah, it's only us that can do it. Especially as parents, we've got that responsibility as a parent to be there for them. So we need to look after our health now to, for the future. It's like investment now in our future. So, and then as well, like our kids, the most important things in our lives, I know it is for me, I'm sure it is for everybody else. And it's like, wow, I'd want my son to actually like think, wow, I want to be like my dad, or my mum. I want to be like have energy. I want to be active and things like that. Yeah, because like when I pick up my son from school, we play football on the field. All the other kids are like, oh, I wish my dad would play football with me like that. And like to me, I'm like, wow, that's really like nice. It really gives me a boost because then Thomas is really proud of his dad. Okay? And you just think, well, that's like the mind of a 10-year-old. Sometimes it's like amazing when your child actually says something nice to you. It's not very often, is it? Unless they want something. But like, for your child to actually say something nice to you, it's like, wow. And if they respect you, that's better in the long run. And then if you think about it, then they'll be good with their kids. They'll bring their kids up healthy, and then hopefully their kids will as well. Yeah. So isn't it this mindset thing? It's not just for us; it's for our families and our kids as well. Because at the end of the day, that's what we're there for: our kids and our grandkids. Yeah. So we might think we're being selfish by being healthy. We're not. We're doing it for them. Okay. So there you go. I'm just going to drink some lovely water again. Okay. So hopefully I've answered a lot of the questions or the barriers that we come up with, because there are so many barriers, and I think my excuses list now must be up to 100 from what I've collated. I've had some more this week, so that's going to go in there. But yeah, I'm going to write a book on it one day because, yeah, but every excuse is a solution and a challenge. Okay, so that's the end of that part. So I hope you've all enjoyed the challenge so far. We've had some great results. We've talked about so many different things, doing like nutrition, mindset, exercise, motivation. So I hope you enjoyed that, and we've really done well this week. And just think about what you've learned in a week. If you repeated that for another month, 3 months, 6 months, a year, how much better your life would be in the future. So just think about it. If you made 1% improvement every day, what would that be in a year? Someone get a calculator out and work it out. That'd be amazing. Your life would just improve so much just by just doing a few things here and there, a few 5 minutes here, a few 10 minutes there, 15 minutes there, just running up the stairs, going for a walk around the block. All these little things like doing a few squats and moving your arms around, things like that. And it's like what I do today will benefit in the future. So hopefully you've enjoyed that and enjoyed the challenge and had some great results. Keep up the good work. Any questions, let me know. You know I'm here to support you. Now, important announcement that I've been promising you all week. So what's coming up next month? It's February. And what happens in February? Most people have given up on their health or their weight loss. Yeah. How many people have already given up already? It's only like 18th of January. How many people do you know that have given up already? I know most people have given up already, not people I work with. But it's like, wow, if you've given up already, what's the rest of the year going to look like? Really bad. So what I do is in February, I give opportunity to 10 people to work with me. Now, don't do it in January, because in January, everybody goes, no, I'm going to join Weight Watchers, or I'm going to do this, I'm going to do a workout off YouTube, I'm going to get a leaflet, the newspapers all got things in there. So January, everyone tries it and they fail, don't they? I've been there, got the t-shirt. So in February, that's when people are like, actually, that didn't work last month. let's try something different. So I'm giving 10 lucky people the opportunity to work with me in February for free. Yeah, so what you will get in February for 10 lucky committed people, you're going to be committed, is you'll get half hour free with me, one-to-one, for 4 weeks. Yeah, so it'll be evening time UK, afternoon in the US. If you're committed, you'll get 4 lots of half-hour sessions where you work one-to-one with me through Zoom, and we'll record them all as well, so you can keep it. It won't cost you anything, but you've got to be committed. You've got to turn up. You've got to do the homework. Yeah, you get WhatsApp support from me. Obviously, with the time difference, allow 12 hours, 24 hours. You get the WhatsApp group. I'll set up a Facebook group, so with the 10 people, you can support each other, help each other, ask questions in the group, and if you tag me in, then I can answer it pretty quickly. And I'll also get help from some other people as well, like nutritionists, personal trainers, things like that. We'll do a weekly workshop like this as well, where you submit your questions. If it's like not a personal question, if it's like a general one, you can answer it, and I'll give you other things as well. Because obviously in half an hour week, it's just a test to see what it'd be like for coaching in the future. What else we got? Oh, I've got so many recipes, worksheets, downloads, goal setting sheets, you name it, there's loads. Obviously, when you're working every week, there's a lot more. But for just to try it for February, and then at the end of February, when you've had the 4 weeks, if you think, wow, that was amazing, you've got the opportunity to work with me in the future. If not, that's my problem. If you just give me a good testimonial, if you think it was good, and then you go on with your health challenge. So have a think about that. If you are committed and you're interested, let me know. So I've got 10 spaces. I've already got Emily and Emma must be. I've already signed up, so that's 8 places left. But you've got to be committed. You've got to turn up. Can't just cancel, because obviously my time is precious. So for 10 people, that's 5 hours extra on top of everything else I do. Yeah, because I'm doing less classes in the gym at the moment, so I can free up those extra 5 hours. So that's going to be through February, and then at the end, you decide if you want to carry on working with me or not. But I guarantee the half-hour sessions will be amazing. Obviously, you do these workshops and you listen to my YouTube videos all the time. You get my emails every day. You get so much already. You get recipes. You get all sorts of things that I give you all the time. How amazing is that? So imagine that, but like half an hour every week. That'd be amazing, wouldn't it? Yeah. You see, you can feel my energy coming off me. Even though I just taught spin, I'm about to collapse, not even had my dinner yet, which is really bad. But it's, yeah. So have a think about that. If you're interested, let me know. And then also, every month or so, I do my shows. So when I do a show, I interview 5 or 6 other people, normally nutritionists. I've had actresses. I've had Olympic champions, Brad Kearns in America. I've had trampoline champions from the UK. I've had loads of different people. So again, you get invites to that, and you get set recordings. You can also get recordings to previous shows I've done, which you normally charge for. What else have we got? And a lot of you have already had some of the recipes that I do in the ebooks, which are really good. Things like protein, low carbs, smoothies, things like that. So you just get loads and loads and loads. So after this workshop, let me know if you're interested. But as I say, you've got to be committed, and you've got to want to improve your health, and we will work away. I guarantee that you will gain from it. Never had anyone complain, never had anyone who's not lost weight or changed their health. So have a think about that. Let me know. We need to start it in February, so you've still got about 12 days to start planning for it, and then we'll work out the dates. I'll release the dates when I can do it and time. So have a think about that. But any other questions in the meantime, let me know. I'll put them in chat or send me a message, and I will answer them. I always do my daily messages. So yes, I'm going to press stop on here now, but any questions, let me know.